Welcome to my video. Today I am highlighting a portrait I'm working on for an upcoming show in August called Persistence. This show is all about the women's suffrage movement and the women in Minnesota that made such a difference. So many women, and not all of them can be featured, but the Ramsey County Historical Society pulled together a group of artists, had us look at different women that have made a difference, and asked us to propose doing a portrait or a piece of art, a painting, a collage, however that artist wants to express that particular woman. And I was so excited to take part in this wonderful exhibit. I am thrilled that I am working on Sylvie Thygeson. Sylvie lived to be 107 years old. And out of that 107 years, she spent the majority of her life fighting for what was right. I am just amazed at this woman and all that she accomplished and taking on social issues all her life. She actually was one of the first women to take on birth control, which at one point, if you aren't aware, was illegal. And she would host tea parties in her home to have people come by, and she would teach them all about birth control, family planning. It was a time period where she could have really had some serious repercussions for doing that, but she felt like it was the right thing to do. She also was part of the Women's Welfare League, and she spent countless hours not doing so much of the talking out front, but kind of behind the scenes. And so she really was crucial, although she wasn't out in front at a podium. She did wonderful, wonderful work. And I think when I look back at Sylvie, I also am just amazed that everything that this woman fought for her whole life is now possibly on the line again. I don't want history to be forgotten. I want people to remember what all these women fought for and what they did to make a difference in our lives, and let's not go backwards. I use graphite pencil, as you can see in this video. It takes a lot of hours for a little tiny lead to create all these tones on a surface. The surface I choose is called clayboard. And that clay board is a clay-coated surface that's very, very smooth. But that allows me to do multiple layers without ruining the surface. And I really feel like I'm sculpting with my tools. So whether I'm grabbing a hard pencil, which gives a lighter tone, or getting a dark pencil to get those really dark darks as I build up those layers, blending, removing, erasing, blending. It's a process, but I feel like I'm sculpting with my pencils and erasers. It's a wonderful process that produces what I want to express. And as I'm doing this and the hours I put into it, I'm constantly thinking of Sylvie while I'm drawing Sylvie and wanting to bring out Sylvie's spirit, thinking about everything she's done, thinking about what kind of woman she was, what kind of conversation I might have had with her if I had that opportunity to talk with her, which I wish I would have had. But I really want to have you come see this in person and see the finished result, and also check out all the other artists that are doing wonderful work for this show. It just is something to see when you can look, opposed to looking at a small picture in a book and reading an article, when you can look at a piece of art and be drawn in and wonder about that person and think about what that person was all about, or just looking at that person and maybe finding a connection. My name is Lesley Walton. Thanks for watching.